Alright everyone, this is going to be a video tour of my fan collection as of August something 2020. We'll just say August 2020. It's a very long overdue video, so let's go inside and we'll browse the fans. So first we'll start just with like I have to let the white balance adjust. Wow. Just take a pan around the room, I guess. You can see there's a lot of stuff just shoved back into the corner there. That's going to get squared away pretty soon. So first we'll start over here. This is going to be a legitimate collection room soon as I go to Fanimation. Actually, today's August 14th, so Fanimation's actually tomorrow. I'm not going to Fanimation, unfortunately, because I have a wild case of paranoid parents, because they're concerned that we will contract the coronavirus, and with all the restrictions that Fanimation has put in place for the group trip, that is very unlikely. So whatever. I'm sick and tired of my parents always putting off Fanimation, but whatever. This video is not about my anger and stuff. It's about my collection. So over here, this is about to be future collection spaces. As I said, all of this is stuff that I'm selling and stuff that's already been claimed to be sold at the next Fanimation group trip I attend. Let's see. There's an Encon back there. There's the shades for it in the back right. There's a Hunter Coastal Breeze, a Newtone, a newer Newtone decorator, Hampton Bay Harbor Light, Bradford Hugger made by Crest. There's a Hunter bath and dressing room in the back, and on the other side there's a Hunter Summer Breeze 48-inch, 42-inch. All of this is claimed except for the Encon and the Coastal Breeze. And then there's these two up here. This is also unclaimed. This is a Crest 2000 series. And then a 29-inch Emerson. This has been claimed. And a Fanimation shirt that I outgrew. I'm also selling. It's been claimed, actually. It's assuming the person actually does come back. I'm not sure if he will. But it's been claimed. And it's been washed. So it's good for selling, I guess. And a Casablanca Adapt Touch system. This came out of the Commodore Vanderbilt that I acquired 6 months ago, I believe now. There's no battery in it. I'm also selling this. It has been claimed. The receiver's there. And the remote's here. So yeah, this is all Fanimation stuff. And on the top, this is my Fanimation memorabilia and trinkets display. And in the display, there are 3 antique fans. We have an Emerson here from the 40s. This needs to be repainted and restored. You can see it's in very bad condition cosmetically. Other than that, it works fine. The blades do need to be rebalanced, though. This Westinghouse here in the middle. I don't remember the model or what these called. I know they have a name. This is in like a turquoise teal color. The motor in this overheats very easily, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to fix that. The paint could be touched up as well, so that's another project. I'm probably going to repaint it turquoise. I would paint it like glossy black and glossy white because it's very retro looking, but I like to keep things original. And this GE here, that has been restored at some point, or has been kept in a place where damage doesn't get to it that well. From the 40s or 30s. I believe this is from the 40s. This has no issue at all. It's very quiet, actually. It's the best running antique I have and the best looking antique I have. So on the Fanimation knick-knack trinket display, we have a Mini Breeze from Dan, a Fanimation pen that I got from the receptionist back in 2015, a screwdriver that came in the box with my Fanimation Embrace, a hat with an old logo that came with the pen, 3 remotes. This came with my Embrace. This came off of Amazon. And this came with my Pylon. All 3 of them do work. They have batteries on them, so you can, you know, press the button and see the lights light up. This one doesn't have a battery because I think it drains the battery quickly. There's a Fanimation fidget spinner here, a Fanimation Baby Breezy, and a hand fan from the AFCA Antique Fan Museum with the stem broken off of it. This is the older version with the new logo. All 3 antiques are wired up, and they do work. I'm not going to turn them on. But yeah, this is the first shelf, I guess. Oh, we didn't look down here. So down here on these 6 shelves, there are catalogs here. All these came from a showroom. AFCA magazines and member stuff, things. And this, I don't think this is fan stuff. Actually, there's some X10 stuff and the old controller. And down here, this is the first fan that this is the first fan on display here that I collected. This is a 42-inch Hunter Original in bright brass. It's one of the first originals I've ever collected. It's actually the first original, like solid original I've collected. It came with a bunch of others that I'll get to later. And this here is another fan that actually is in my collection. This is an Evergo with a remote on it. You can see that the remote receiver's in the switch housing, and these 3 black spots are plastic or something that allows the UV ray signals to get in and interact with the remote receiver. This used to have a light on it, but the light was in horrible condition. It shook violently every time it was on, and it even caused some damage to the bottom cap, as you can see here. And it has the signature Evergo yellow motor. This has the ornate blade arms, ornate bottom housing. Bottom faceplate, upper faceplate's also ornate, and the blades are back there. This has cane blades, and these are all the blades for the fans above that I'm selling. That's the Encon, Newtone, Harbor Light, the 2 Hunters, and the Bradford Hugger. So yeah, that's all this. And this is the X10 controller here. You can see I downsized from 16 to 8. This has 8 zones on it. We'll get up again, because I have to go somewhere else. On the other side of the door, we have a bottom faceplate from a Casablanca Delta 2 that I parted out. I needed the parts from it, and I also needed the motor. So I kept the faceplate to hang on the wall, because this is actually the first Casablanca fan I've ever acquired, other than a Gallery Edition Saturn with a Fabian light kit that was in horrible condition. Sorry, I don't know why I said position. There's a little hand fan that my old music teacher made. She's an opera singer. I don't remember why I got this, but it's here. And on the ceiling above this entire area is my Phil Rich ceiling fan that's actually wired up. You can see it runs down and plugs into the wall. This is a variant of an Emerson heat fan or Universal Series, unofficially called the Blender fan. This is a K63 fan. I think they made these in Texas, but it has an Emerson K63 motor in there. It's very powerful, and this is actually low speed. It's very fast. We'll get to the actual fans, the rest of the fans later. But here is the Casablanca display, the Casablanca memorabilia display. There's more Casablanca memorabilia around the room, but it's not here. But this is actually on top of my dresser. On top of the dresser, we actually have some fans that actually aren't Casablanca. As soon as I can, I'm going to try to get some Casablanca Zephyrs, whatever they're called, Zephyrs, and put them on either side. Have one of these, these are Fanimation Retro Breezes. I'll have one of these here, and I'll put this Ward Signature thing somewhere else, and I'll sell the other Retro Breeze that I didn't put here. But as you can see, there's all sorts of memorabilia. This is aimed towards more vintage stuff here, and this is more newer stuff. This is a Casablanca W11 wall control. That it actually doesn't work. You can see I wrote on the back it doesn't work. A manual for a blade balancing kit. The Casablanca fan book has illustrations, diagrams, instructions, things of that nature. Alright, this here is one of the few pieces on this display that I absolutely hate. This is a Casablanca heatsink and transistor from a slumber quiet system. This transistor here is actually dead. This came from Brian Peterson. I was trying to fix my Casablanca Cambridge 13,000 that you'll see later, and I bought an entire slumber quiet circuit from him. The only thing that was wrong with it, this is dead here. And this is one of the many reasons why slumber quiets have a 50% fail rate, is because of these transistors. And this is a Casablanca W11 circuit board. This does not work. This came out of that Saturn that I talked about earlier. As you can see, it is dead, so even if I wanted it to work, I couldn't get it to. All I'd have to do is replace the board. But you can see all the electronics and parts here. That's the capacitor here, and right there, that's the piezo beeper that emits the beeps whenever you push a button. Put that down. This here is a Casablanca, I believe it's the instruction manual for the hang true recall clip. And this here is the it's the notice letter. This is the notice letter. This is the instructions here. That's a Casablanca screwdriver. I don't remember where that came from. I think it came with the recall clip. Casablanca pendant from the 80s with the pole chain pendant. This is the owner's manual for the newer Casablancas that came in the 2000s. Like this here is post-Hunter buyout, so this is post-1996 owner's manuals. And this is the remote control advertisement for the Adapt Touch. As you can see, that remote is identical to the one I showed over there earlier. Casablanca project registration. You can, I don't know what exactly this is for, but you can register your product. I don't remember what it's for. But you can see you can fill out a bunch of boxes and things. I really don't know what it's for. And this here is a Casablanca recall clip. This piece here is what prevents the recalled hang true canopies from falling down. So the recalled hang true is the hang true. If you don't know what it is, it's a canopy, and the hang true had a flaw in it. Is like if the fan wobbled vigorously, it would fall or get loose. Usually, it would fall and hurt somebody. And this is what this piece is for. You'd put this in the canopy and it would refrain from hurting somebody. So yeah, that's that. These fans are all plugged in and on the X10, but I'm not going to show these either. Over here, this is kind of where the mess starts. Actually, you know what, I'm going to stop the video and do a new one because I noticed my camera stops at like 15 minutes after. So I'm going to stop this now and the video will continue later.